did you have time to enjoy the whole success, or were you busy at school?
I feel like I didn't really. It was if you imagine, like, during the week, I'm a student, I have classes, I have exams, I have presentations, I have to build models because it's architecture. So it was like so intense. And then on the weekends, I would fly to like a European city and then do a show. And then the
Had to
next day, I'm
perform.
on my flight back. So I really didn't enjoy it. And I didn't really have time to digest the actual impact of the album.
But
And
on the
because I
moment
was
where you,
always like, I could feel it was weird, like being on
because
stage, like,
everybody's singing with you,
yeah, it's
because
like,
like your songs, like,
yeah, it's
because
surreal.
like when you have one of those albums, when you are
Yeah,
one of those artists,
yeah,
it goes from being unknown, and
yeah,
after a month you go somewhere and every woman and man is singing the songs, people in the
yeah,
front are crying, and they know the lyrics by heart. So those songs that you wrote about your life, about
hmm,
your
yeah,
dreams, about what you are living in the moment, becomes
yeah,
the songs of other people. So when you're on
yeah,
stage and you can arrive and just, and people are singing for you, like,
yeah.
you didn't enjoy those moments, like, at
I
that
did.
moment.
I did. But it was surreal because it was so short. It was a short moment. If you think about how long are you on stage, it's like 20, 30, maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it really always felt like, I don't want to say a fever dream, but it's like, is this really happening right now? And then the next thing you're on a flight back home and you're back to your regular life. So it was always like I would enjoy the moments, yes. But I guess if you think about my trajectory, I still remained unknown because I really didn't live in these spaces where my music was consumed. And that allowed me to just sort of like live a normal life. Because to me, when people talk about my impact, I'm always like, I really don't know to this day the
Who you
full
talking about?
impact. Yeah, it's like I understand, I have the intelligence to understand that this music or this album did something to the market. It did affect the market in many ways. But when you don't live in these spaces where you really can digest how people are consuming your music, you're not able to really fully grasp the impact. And when people tell you, it's still a very, I don't want to say foreign, but a very it's a concept that is very
Abstract.
abstract. Yeah, it's like, okay, I know you know my music, but
But
to me, it's,
some people
yeah,
cried to those songs. Some people
yeah,
made babies to those songs. Some people had their first kiss, first dance to those
yeah,
songs,
yeah. I
right?
understand that.
So
I understand. Yeah, yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
for them, it's part of the soundtrack of their lives, of that generation, for real. Like, some people, you play those songs, it take them back the same way when you would listen to a
yeah,
Cisco song or a Whitney Houston.
yeah, yeah,
Some people, Vida, or Je t'aime encore, or Un Chance, like, it takes them back to one moment in Coimbra at the university, first boyfriend, first kiss, like, oh my, like,
yeah,
music does that when it's like in your
yeah.
formative years. So do you feel that this impact that you had on music, I would not even say Cap Verdean music, I would say Cap Verdean music, Kizomba, and I would even say Zouk, because we were also in the French market, which the music came
Yeah.
from. Lina is saying, I've cried over Un Chance, for real. See, there you go.
Oh wow.
So,
I
like,
I it's weird to explain that. It's like I'm aware, but I'm at the same time because I didn't really consume
I'm
that
gonna
part.
when you look at your trajectory and your career and the way yours was different, and you look at everybody from your generation today, do you believe that the fact that you lived it in such a different way, where it was actually kind of a separate life in another dimension, could it be that it actually saved you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think so.
Because in a
Saved
way,
me because it's like I was able to keep my feet on the ground and not let any of that really change me or change my view of my world or the world or
yeah.
change the way I view myself even. I'm still the same girl that came from Brim Nord and every Saturday would help my mother clean up the house, playing Levy T. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see myself on the pedestal that people put me on. I don't. It's weird. I can't
It's
explain it.
great.
And when people hear that, they're like, how? And I'm like, I cannot explain it. And the only
Listen,
thing that really explains that is really, I never lived in a place where my music was consumed. And when you're not aware of how people perceive your music,
yeah.
and the only moment is really on stage, and everything else, you just living a regular life that has nothing to do with music. I don't know. It really kept
You know,
my feet on the ground, I think.
when people call me legend, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but it's just songs.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
listen, I understand exactly what you feel.